and lovely day. Well, it really is a lovely day here at the moment. The sun has come out and we're in a lovely location at the campus in Letterkenny for ATU. We're here for their information day. So if you've your CAO results, or maybe you got, you didn't get the offer that you wanted, or even if you did and you are coming here, there's still plenty of questions I'm sure that you have, and they will all be answered if you're here today. And if you're interested in postgraduate or part-time opportunities at the university, again, questions been answered here today, or something about accommodation, or all the facilities, and all the opportunities. Whatever questions that you have today until 4 o'clock is the time to get them answered in person, as if you like, because I know so much can be done online or over the phone. If you want to chat to somebody in person, then all the staff are here today for that. Now, let us focus on something else for a moment, because back in March of this year, Fáilte Ireland unveiled 10 new and updated viewing points along Milroy Drive. Milroy Drive is a looped route off the Wild Atlantic Way, sort of an offshoot of the Wild Atlantic Way. And the whole idea is to encourage visitors to explore more and to stay longer in the Milroy Bay area. And the loop is sort of Milford, Kerrykill, Rosnakill, around to Carrigart and Cranford. And the viewing points, what they do is they bring local stories and life, sort of local stories to life, if you like, and just maximise the opportunity from those vantage points. But there's more to the area than just the vantage points. It's a 38-kilometre route, and to coincide with the launch, the Milroy Drive Tourist and Development Group, together with the Irish Centre over in Philadelphia, organised a super draw. And the winners were Emma Robinson and Jason Kaminsky. And the prize, well, fantastic prize, because the prize was they got flights here with Aer Lingus. They arrived at Donegal Airport on Sunday. They have car hire. They have a stay in Harvey's Point Hotel. They got to visit Slieve League, walk around Lough Esk. And then on Wednesday, they moved to Rosapenna, staying at the hotel there. And there's plans for Fanad Lighthouse and kayaking. Some I think that they've done, and others maybe that they have yet to do. But I'm delighted anyhow that in our mobile studio here we're joined by Jason and also the chairman of the Milroy Drive Tourist Development Group, Paddy Logue. You're both welcome to our studio. Good afternoon. Jason, let me start with you. How has it been?
It's been amazing. It was a once-in-a-lifetime trip that we...
Had you been to Ireland before?
We had never been to Ireland.
Right.
I don't know anybody that's been to Ireland. Emma has a couple of friends that have been to Ireland and rave about it.
Right.
And one of her friends is a member of the Irish Centre in Philadelphia, which is how we ended up buying tickets for the super draw.
Great. And when you found out that you had won, I'm sure all sorts of things went through your head.
The first thing was we thought it was a fake email.
All right. By email, right. Well,
so
it's very real. You're here, it's very real.
Yes. Yeah. So once we realized that we actually did win the trip, it was just crazy. We just could not stop telling people that we're going to Ireland.
Yeah.
And we won this trip. And it was just unbelievable that it was us. Out of everybody that, purchased tickets and whatnot, how did we win this trip?
Somebody had to win it. So how has it been since you got here? You've had a busy itinerary by the looks of things.
We have. We've we spent some time at Harvey's Point, which was a beautiful hotel, great food. We've enjoyed. The hardest part for me was getting used to driving, of course. I had to have an automatic because I've never driven a manual.
Okay.
So that took a little while. And now driving on the left side of the road
does take a while to get used to.
It does. It makes left turns a lot easier, though.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's been great. It's the island is beautiful. The area is beautiful. The people are just so friendly. It's crazy. I'm not used to that much friendliness.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear it. Well, there's a lot of Irish people who go over to America, and well, depending maybe on what part you're in, or is it rural or urban, they would say that Americans are very friendly as well. So
to people that come and visit, not to each other.
Okay, maybe that's it. Yeah. But you've also seen some great sites. You've been helped with your itinerary, so that helps rather than coming here and kind of wonder where we go today, sort of thing.
Yeah, what one of the good things was when we were at Harvey's Point, we were talking to some of the people that work there too, and they were giving us ideas of where
Noel Cunningham, I'm sure, helped.
Yes, he did.
I'll bet.
He's an amazing. It's so much energy he has.
Yes.
And Paddy and the folks here really giving us ideas of where to go. But even just not that, just stopping anywhere. As we said, we were up at Fanted Lighthouse, and we stopped at the Fanted Lighthouse Bar and Restaurant on the side of the road to have lunch. And the woman there was extremely helpful. She's like, "Oh, if you want to go to the Arch, let me show you pictures."
Yeah.
And we're like, "All right, we're going there next."
Great.
And so it's
So
just,
then see the arches.
and then we went and saw the arches. So we've seen, Sleeve League. Got lost going there and saw a wool mill factory, so that was entertaining too. We've been to Donegal Castle and Donegal Town, spent a lot of time in there. Took the boat
trip
the
around
boat
the
trip
bay,
around
yeah.
the bay. That was great. We did Murder Hole Beach this morning.
Brilliant.
It was gorgeous.
Yeah.
The weather was nice. There was nobody had been on the beach yet this morning, so you walked out and it was just there were no footprints. It was crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty common, not just there, but at other beaches as well. Yeah.
And the one thing is, when GPS is telling us it takes 30 minutes to go from one place to another, that doesn't take into account how many times you want to stop and just take pictures and look out the window. Everything, the landscaping is just beautiful.
Well, all the itinerary from what you won, it's suggested. It's not like you have to do it. So
Right.
therefore, you make your own time with it. I
Exactly.
suppose. Yeah, that's great. Paddy, it's been a big success. The draw, any money that was raised from the draw, they're redeveloping the Irish Centre in Philadelphia. Is that it?
That's correct, yeah. Well, I've a nephew out there and a lot of relations, and our friend Barney Boyce would have been chairman in it, and he was Grand Marshal in the second last Philadelphia. He's from Bunlin, just or Mallymore outside Milford, so it had strong connections to the Philadelphia Centre.
Okay, great.
And they were doing renovations, so my brother Kevin was out there and he was at a function out there, and they have some great functions, great for Irish people going there, and a place to reconnect with.
Absolutely.
Among themselves. So the money went to that, yes.
But it's worked out well in that, in a way, you're helping them, but they're also helping you in that they're spreading the word through the draw, through the tickets.
Yeah.
Jason's here chatting about it now, for instance, as well as having been here.
Well, as I said to you back in March, it seems like yesterday, but it's nearly 6 months ago now. Like the idea was to reconnect with the people that haven't been to Ireland now for nearly 3 years, and they were going to maybe Miami or other place. We wanted to get them back, let them know Donegal is open for business.
Yeah.
I would have liked to have taken in maybe someplace in Inishowen, but there just wasn't enough time. Inishowen's a beautiful peninsula, but we took in Donegal and the airport and our own Milroy Drive area, but we only had a week. We were very lucky that we had two people that are so enthusiastic about it, energy to burn, and wanted to see as much of it. And as I say, we couldn't have a better ambassador.
You hadn't a clue who was going to win.
Well,
so we could have wanted to come here and just sit back in a spa all day.
We were just so lucky because, they may not, as you say, they just wanted to see everything and anything. They were up early in the morning. They were travelling to the end of the night to make sure they see as much as they can.
Good.
And
Good.
so we were very lucky.
Plenty of photographs, Jason.
I can't even tell you how many photographs. It takes a half an hour just to scroll through them.
That's good. Paddy, it's been a great start to the initiative because, when I first heard about it, I was thinking, okay, well, what does this entail? And then you see the map, and then we're down chatting to you, and it all does make perfect sense because we know about the Wild Atlantic Way, and this is an offshoot that really... It deserves to have a light shone on it, and just going through the part of Jason's itinerary and also the places that we mentioned there, it's important that people who might be on the Wild Atlantic Way are aware of it. Whether they come or not, it's up to them, but just let them know about it.
Yeah. Well, when the Wild Atlantic Way was drawn up, it's a massive success for tourism in Ireland and the west of Ireland. But when we discovered we were just left out of it, we worked very hard to maybe get it changed at the time it was done, but that was never going to happen. But they promised us when the whole thing was developed that we would be made a sub-route. And they were good to the Fáilte Ireland, was good to the word, and Joan Crawford worked very hard for it, and all the people at Fáilte Ireland, and that was what happened when you were with us in March. And it was sort of to celebrate that being done and being added as a sub-route to the Wild Atlantic Way that we come up with this idea of something different maybe to give it a boost, that which we have we're very happy with Donegal.
Would Falch Ireland support this now and do a similar draw maybe next year in New York or something?
You need to talk to Joan Crawford about that. That's not my,
Joan, if you're
that's
listening,
not my
there you are
forte.
now. There you
But
are.
the idea has been floated out now, so at least we will make good connections with the Philadelphia people now that they have this to work on and show the different. This man has done amazing. We couldn't have a better ambassador and a better. We'll put together probably a portfolio of photos and maybe wee videos and send them out to America. We were also lucky that when the American ambassador was coming to Rosapena and lunch, they invited us down to lunch we explained the draw to her, and she's a very nice woman, and she was amazed at the idea of us taking people from Philadelphia. You know,
Brilliant.
but, so it all worked out very well.
Well, Jason, as Paddy has said, there's so much more to Donegal. I mean, you've missed out on a huge chunk in Shown, but next time you're back, we'll make sure that you see any Shown. In the meantime, you're here in Letterkenny now for 2 nights.
Yes,
So they're staying at the Radisson.
correct.
All right. And there's still a few more things to do. There's possibly a planned trip to Glenveigh Castle.
Possibly, yes.
And maybe some kayaking.
There's
Eco
kayaking. We
adventures.
saw when we were at the Donegal Castle. They had a brochure for things to do in Donegal for 2022, and that's where we saw like Murder Hole in there, Murder Hole Beach, and there was Hell's Hole up in, I can't remember where that one is located.
Mamor Gap is somewhere up there.
Okay.
They were up in Mamor Gap as well.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, brilliant.
So
Oh, well, you have.
we still have, so much we want to do, and there's only 2 days left. So
Yeah,
we're gonna have to pick it and then decide what we're gonna do next time we come.
And you're going to have to come back next
We're gonna
year.
have to come back.
Obviously. Okay, Paddy, if anybody is interested or they've got friends or relatives coming over, just to get their hands on the map or just to find out a wee bit more about the route, where's a good place to go online?
Yeah, well,
Falch Ireland?
we have our own website, www.Milroy Drive. All the information of this trip was just posted last week, and the broadcast for press release. So it's www.mulroydrive.com, and the map then is on that as well, and you can download it. And but the maps I have put the maps into nearly all the local hotels around here.
Yeah.
I can tell you, I was just counting last night, I think we have 16 hotels, would you believe it, here. So tourism is a strong industry in this part of Donegal, and that's in the Letterkenny municipality. Yeah. And
Well, Milroy Drive, most definitely now a part of the offerings, and the maps widely available, or your own website. Listen, Jason, thanks for taking a bit of time out of your itinerary to come in. I know the scenery's nice here, but there's better to be had elsewhere. So enjoy the rest of your stay. I really appreciate it, Paddy. Thank you as well.
right. Thank you, John, for having us anyway.
Hear that?